John Babacom Lee refers to a man known as the man they couldn't hang, due to 3 failed execution attempts in 1885. Lee was convicted of murdering his employer, Emma Case, in Babacom, Devon, England, though he maintained his innocence throughout his life. On the day of his scheduled execution, the trapdoor of the gallows failed to open 3 times, despite functioning perfectly in tests before and after the attempts. Some believe that divine intervention prevented Lee's hanging, as he had reportedly prayed for a miracle to prove his innocence. The Home Secretary commuted Lee's sentence to life imprisonment following the failed execution attempts, considering it an act of providence. Lee's case led to changes in British execution procedures and contributed to the debate on capital punishment in the United Kingdom. After serving 22 years in prison, Lee was released and later immigrated to the United States, where he lived until his death in 1945. John Titor refers to an individual who claimed to be a time traveler from the year 2036, posting on online forums in 2000 and 2001. Titor described a future ravaged by nuclear war and provided detailed information about his supposed time machine and mission. He claimed to be on a military assignment to retrieve an IBM 5100 computer, which was needed to debug computer systems in the future. Titor made several predictions about future events, including a civil war in the United States and the cancellation of the Olympics after 2004. Some of Titor's technical descriptions aligned with real scientific concepts, lending credibility to his claims among certain followers. While many of Titor's predictions did not come true, supporters argue that his actions may have altered the timeline, causing discrepancies. The John Titor story gained a significant online following and has been the subject of various books, documentaries, and works of fiction. Kali Yuga refers to the 4th and final age in the cyclical concept of time in Hinduism, characterized by spiritual and moral decline. According to Hindu scriptures, this era began in 3102 BCE and is believed to last for 432,000 years. Proponents of this concept point to increasing global conflicts, environmental degradation, and moral decay as evidence of the Kali Yuga's influence. Some adherents claim that the alignment of celestial bodies and astronomical events correlate with the progression of this age. Believers in Kali Yuga often interpret current world events and societal trends as fulfillment of ancient prophecies about this era. Certain scholars argue that understanding Kali Yuga can provide insights into cyclical patterns in human civilization and consciousness. This concept has influenced various spiritual movements and philosophies, particularly those focused on preparing for or transcending difficult times. Kenny Veach disappearance refers to the mysterious vanishing of a hiker in Nevada's Sheep Mountains in November 2014. Veach gained attention after posting about finding a strange cave with an M-shaped opening that gave him an overwhelming sense of dread. He returned to search for the cave a second time, documenting his journey on YouTube, but was unable to locate it again. During a third expedition to find the cave, Veach disappeared without a trace, leaving only his cell phone behind near the mouth of a mine shaft. Some theorists believe Veach's disappearance is connected to alleged secret underground military bases in the Nevada desert. Others speculate that the M-shaped cave might have been a portal to another dimension, or a site of paranormal activity. Veach's case remains unsolved, fueling ongoing debates about the nature of his discovery and the circumstances of his disappearance. Kanbari refers to a remote town in eastern Nepal that some believe is the site of a hidden advanced civilization or extraterrestrial base. Proponents of this theory point to the town's isolated location and the surrounding rugged terrain as ideal for concealing secretive activities. Some claim to have witnessed strange lights and unexplained aerial phenomena in the skies above Kanbari. Certain researchers argue that the area's unique geological formations could be evidence of ancient artificial structures or advanced technology. Supporters of the theory cite local folklore and legends that speak of mysterious beings or hidden knowledge in the region. Some theorists believe that the Nepali government and international powers are aware of Kanbari's significance and actively suppress information about it. The limited access to and information about Kanbari contributes to the persistence of these theories and speculation about its true nature. King Babylon's world control refers to the theory that ancient Babylonian rulers, particularly Nebuchadnezzar II, established a system of global influence that persists to the present day. Proponents point to the prevalence of Babylonian symbols in modern architecture and institutions as evidence of this continued influence. The theory suggests that Babylonian power was transmitted through successive empires, including the Persians, Greeks, Romans, and modern Western nations. Supporters argue that ancient Babylonian economic principles, as seen in the Code of Hammurabi, form the basis of today's global financial systems. Some theorists claim that obelisks and other Babylonian-inspired monuments in major cities serve as conduits for this ancient power structure. The idea proposes that modern world powers are the inheritors of Babylonian knowledge and authority, continuing an unbroken chain of control. Kundalini energy refers to a spiritual concept of a powerful force believed to lie dormant at the base of the spine. This energy is thought to ascend through the body's 7 chakras, potentially triggering profound spiritual and personal transformation. Some scientific studies have reported physiological changes during meditative states associated with Kundalini awakenings, including alterations in breathing patterns and heart rate. Practitioners of Kundalini yoga claim improved mental clarity, emotional balance, and inner peace through techniques designed to awaken this energy. Certain psychotherapists have incorporated Kundalini concepts into their practice, suggesting some psychological disturbances may be misdiagnosed Kundalini awakenings. Anecdotal reports of Kundalini awakenings often describe heightened states of consciousness and spontaneous physical movements known as kriyas. Bob Lazar is a controversial figure who claims to have worked on reverse engineering extraterrestrial technology at a secret facility called S4 near Area 51. Lazar asserts that he was employed at S4 in 1988 and 1989, where he allegedly worked on advanced propulsion systems of alien spacecraft. He describes the alien craft as using an element called moscovium, element 115, as fuel, which at the time of his claims had not yet been synthesized. Lazar's detailed descriptions of the facility's layout and security measures have been corroborated by some individuals familiar with the area. Some of Lazar's supporters point to his accurate prediction of the hand scanner used at S4, which was later confirmed to exist in declassified documents. Critics argue that Lazar's educational background doesn't match his claims, though some believe this could be due to deliberate erasure of his records. Lazar's story has significantly influenced UFO culture and continues to be debated in ufology circles, with some seeing him as a whistleblower and others as a hoaxer. LA oil rigs refers to the theory that many structures in Los Angeles commonly believed to be oil derricks are actually disguised surveillance towers or communication hubs. Proponents point to the unusual placement of some of these structures in densely populated areas, which they argue is impractical for oil extraction. Some theorists claim that the continued presence of these structures, despite declining oil production in the area, suggests an alternative purpose. Supporters of this idea often cite the proximity of many of these structures to government buildings or areas of strategic importance. Certain observers have reported unusual electromagnetic activity around some of these sites, fueling speculation about their true function. The theory suggests that these structures could be part of a city-wide network for monitoring citizens or facilitating covert communications. Some proponents argue that the oil rig disguise provides a convenient cover for maintenance and upgrades to the alleged surveillance equipment.